What's going on YouTube? noahbtrades back with another video. This video is going to be my exact system that I use to trade both funded accounts and live accounts for NASDAQ futures. You can also implement this very well with trading options, especially the big tech stocks. So this video, we're going to be going back through today's trading session and plotting out exactly the trades that I would have taken, as well as a random day so you guys can show that this works no matter what, and it works any random day. So we're going to pick a random day or two as well as today's trading session, and we're going to break down the video. I'm giving you guys this completely for free, this system. I usually charge my mentorship students so much more money for this system, but I'm giving it to you guys for free today. So take notes, and we're going to get into it. So the first thing that I do every single morning, this is backed up right around to market open. The first thing I do every single morning is I want to plot out yesterday's high and low. So specifically yesterday, it was Tuesday, so we're going to be looking at yesterday's high, which was around here at this level, as well as yesterday's low, which was around here. And then we're going to plot out today's pre-market high and low. So here's today's pre-market high, and then here was the basically after hours low that I like here. This was around midnight, so I usually like to take that level as the low typically. So we have our two levels that we are looking at off of the pre-market. Now we're going to go to the 5-minute time frame, and we're going to wait for market to open. All right, once we wait for market to open, we're going to take the first 5-minute candle of market open, and we're going to plot out the high. We're going to make this orange, and we're going to plot out the low of that first 5-minute candle. That's the 5-minute opening range break, 5-minute opening range, right? So we have that, and then we're going to go to the 15-minute time frame, and we're going to plot out the high of that candle as well. And typically, if it's just a straight up candle, the 5-minute low and the 15-minute low are going to be the exact same thing, right? Obviously, this is doing this hindsight, but I don't trade for the first 15 minutes, so this is exactly what I'd be seeing and watching every single morning. So we have the 15-minute high, and we have the 5-minute high, and then we have the pre-market high, all kind of in the same range. Now we're going to go back to the 1-minute time frame, because this is the time frame that I execute all of my trades on. And we are going to basically play this out bar by bar. And we're going to see and show you the criteria for an entry. So this system mainly goes off of a break and retest system. So what we're looking for is a break over one of our key levels, a displacement, a retest, and a confirmation on the 1-minute time frame before we take our entries. Right, so right here, I don't like to just straight up take a rejection of a level, just because I've been burned too many times before, especially with NQ, with it just blowing through a level. Right, and obviously this was our 15-minute high anyway, so we wouldn't have even found that level, because this is like hindsight of the 15-minute. So this is the 15-minute high. So what we want to look for is we want to look for that breakout, displacement, and then the retest. This is a retest to our 5-minute opening range. Now, what I like to obviously see here, which is nice, is you want to see a sweep below that level, right? You want to see a wick below that level and a close back above. Ideally, you want to look for a hammer candle, but I'm okay with, playing more of a doji if it sweeps and closes back above, right? But this, I don't have enough confirmation because we're not really closed above the 5-minute time frame to take a specific entry. So we're going to keep playing this out, right? Still nothing, right? And this is why we don't just take at a specific level, because again, look what happens. You just get blown right through, and, with trading NQ, you're down 50, 60 points right off that move just from that. All right, we're going to play this out. Still, again, I don't like just taking bottoms. I know this is the bottom of our 5-minute opening range, but I don't just like taking bottoms just off of one little bit of confirmation. We need to see a little bit more before taking the trade, just like something like that. Still nothing for me quite yet, but I do like this candle here based off of this wick below that level, and we have a little bit of confirmation with a close back above our 5-minute opening range low, as well as our 15-minute opening range low. So I'm going to take an entry here, and I'm going to look to target back up, ideally to the top of our 5-minute opening range, and just play a range to range. But with our pre-market resistance coming up first, that's what I'm going to want to see. And then I'm going to take a stop loss right below this wick right here, because we know that if we take a break below that wick, right, we're most likely going to continue to our next level, which is going to be this low here, or even our pre-market low or our midnight level. So we're going to take an entry here. Take profit's going to be here. Stop loss will be here. So we're looking at close, a little over a 1-to-1 risk reward. Ideally, you want to keep a 1-to-2, but anything a little over a 1-to-1 I'm comfortable with, as long as you keep above a 50% win rate. And this strategy does have above a 50% win rate. So we're going to play this thing out. Right, close to our stop loss here, but again, that stop loss is there for a reason, and we never hit stop loss, and we wick up and we hit the target. Right, so right now up $970 based off of the first trade. If I hit a $970 trade right off the bat, I did not trade today, so I did not trade any of these. That's why I'm just kind of going back and back testing them. If I hit a $970 trade right off the rip, off of one contract, good chance that I'm done for the day. But for the sake of this video, we're going to continue this video. Okay, hopefully you guys got a general idea. We want to wait for that confirmation. Here, I really like this as well. We had a breakout, a displacement, a retest, confirmation of that level. We had a sweep below that level, right? And I want to see us enter here, target right back up to that high, or even possibly the 5-minute opening range now, because we've already attempted to break the pre-market. So there's a good chance when we come back up, we're going to break through that and potentially hit the 5-minute opening range. But I want to take an entry here, and I want to target, let's get rid of this over here. I want to take an entry here, and I want to target this 5-minute opening range, and I want to put a stop loss below this level, right? Again, you can wait for a candle closure, and that's what I recommend on doing with options, is waiting for a candle closure. But how quick NQ can slip on you, if you waited for a candle closure on here, right, you're looking at an extra 30-point loss if you waited for that candle to close. So I do like to use a hard stop below the level, and again, target back up to here. And price was hit right there for a gain of over $1,000. So right now on the day, you are up $2,101, or $2,110, just off of those two trades right there. Again, you should be done trading, but for the sake of this video, we're going to continue and find another setup. Now, I do like this trade here as well. If we're going to go back, let's go back to this trade, this candle right here, right? And we're going to wait for the close of this candle. And boom, again, we have a sweep below our 5-minute opening range. We have a breakout, a displacement, again, a sweep below our 5-minute opening range. So we're going to take an entry right here, right? And we're going to target back up to the highs, back up to that 15-minute opening range. And we're going to put a stop loss right below that previous wick. Now let's play this thing out. And it looks like we're going to get stopped out here, and we did. We got stopped out here for a total of $560. Okay, I'm okay with that because we were risking, or we were willing to make over $800 on this trade for a risk of $560. So around like a 1.6 or so risk reward. Again, I'm okay with it. So right now we are 2 for 1 on the day using this exact strategy. Now, this right here is another very good setup. Obviously, I just went a little too far so you can see it hindsight. But if we play off of this next candle right here, we have a nice breakout displacement below our level, below our pre-market level, right? And then we have a retest back up here with our hammer candle closure, right? So I like a short here, right? And I like a stop loss right above that wick. And I like a take profit, at least back down to the lows. Ideally, we go a little bit farther. Down here would be ideal. And we can probably just move stop loss break even if we come to this low. Ideally, I think I would rather see something like this because this is where we held previous. This is where we had that candle closure show around 700 or so. I'm going to take it off of this wick high right here. So around 585, and if we get down to this low and we don't break through it, then I'm going to move stop loss break even, just because I don't want this little double bottom to be held right there. So we're going to play this out. So we came down to this low. So right here, we're just going to move stop loss break even, because again, I don't want to see a bounce off of that low. And price target was hit right there for $585. Right, using that exact system, using the exact model that we used, breakout, retest, and target was hit for $585 with managing our risk to put it break even. So we're going to look for one more setup on today's trading session, and then we're just going to pick a random one. Here's a decent setup as well. There's not as much displacement as I would love, but we can give it a try based off of just following the strategy, because again, this is pretty much textbook what we'd want to look for: a breakout, a retest back to our key level, and boom, a nice candle closure with a hammer candle. So we're going to buy here. We're going to take profit back up to the high, and we're going to put a stop loss back below this previous low wick here. So over a 2-to-1 risk reward. Again, that's what we like to keep. I know we've gone, 3 for 1 so far. So we are still looking good. So right now we're looking at a 2.6 risk to reward ratio, and we're going to play this thing out. Looks like we might get instant stopped. And that happens. It happens every once in a while. It's not every single time, but I would take that trade 9 times out of 10 just based off of the model and the system that we're using. That's a good trade to me. We're going to go one more because I don't want to end on a loser. We're going to continue to play this out. So ideally, what we are looking for here is a breakout over top of our 2805, and then a retest back to that level, which is the 15-minute opening range. We need displacement above and a retest back to it. Again, not enough displacement for me to take this trade, but if you did take the trade, it would have worked out in your favor. But again, for me right here, there's just not enough displacement to the upside for me to want to take this right here. Right? Does that kind of make sense to you guys? We need to see a little bit of a larger move to the upside like this, and then retest, and then I'd be comfortable taking this. I'm just not too comfortable taking this right here. Now, it would have worked, but for me, it just wasn't the setup. I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long, so we're just going to stick to just today's price action. If you guys want to see another video of another example of this, then we can go further into more details, but I want to keep this video short for you guys so you guys get a general understanding. And today's price action was very, very clean. If you guys do have any questions, please let me know. And if you guys do want to see this performed live every single day, send me a DM or send me a message in the description or in the messages below, and I will send you a link. If you guys again have any questions, let me know, and appreciate you guys watching. Peace.